Today I'm going to show you how to make a neck cooling scarf. You will wear this around your neck during outdoor events, during the summer to keep you cool. And it has polymer water beads inside, so that moisture really helps cool you down. As you can see, this compartment is very full, as it is a brand new one. This one I made a few days ago, and it is about half full already. So the beads shrink. And then this one is one that has sat all winter long without being used. And it looks like there's nothing in there. I can feel some beads. And you can bring this back year after year. So if you just soak this in water for about half an hour, you'll start to see them puff up. But something like 4 or 5 hours will give you, get you back to this. So this can be used year after year. And to make this neck cooling wrap, you will need scissors or a rotary cutter and ruler. This makes it go very quickly. A sewing machine, some scissors, and then you can buy the polymer water beads in a dry packet form, or you can get them already wet in a jug. So you're going to need a container of those and some fabric. I like cotton fabric for this product, and 1/4 of a yard will get you 2 of these neck cooling scarves. After cutting my fabric, I'm gonna open it up and then make sure you put the right sides together. We're gonna fold it hot dog style, long ways. You can pin it in place or use your little clips. Now we're going to sew the length of this with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Remember to back stitch at each end. Now that we've sewn this long tube, we need to turn it inside out. If you'd like, you can put a safety pin on one end or use knitting needles, whatever's easiest for you. I like my long tweezers. Now that we've turned it inside out or right side out, you may want to press the seam flat with this seam up top. That can be unnecessary though. I did go ahead and press my tube flat, and the seam is not perfectly centered. And that is okay. Now I'm gonna fold my tube in half and mark this half point. And we're gonna sew along here, back stitching at each end. You do want to get as close to the edge as possible because these polymer beads that we're going to fill it with are very, very small when they're dried out, and we don't want them to get into other compartments. These polymer water beads can be purchased in wet or dry form. I bought a packet of these dry ones. And you need to soak them before you put them in so they expand to their regular size. This is a polymer bead that has been fully soaked. And let's see if you can see. That is the size of the dry one. So they really expand a lot. And all brands kind of top out at different sizes. So make sure that you soak them for a good like 5 hours to make sure they're really as big as they can be, because you don't want to soak them to use them and have them expanding so much that they are putting strain on your seams. So I have marked the point where I want this compartment to end. So I'm gonna start filling it with my full beads, and then we will sew across where I put that clip, so it will keep the beads in that category. I find it easiest to use a funnel to do this step, and these beads are very bouncy, so be careful when you're pouring them. So I still have a bit more room, I'll add a few more. All right, that's about where I want it, so I will go ahead and sew across that. So we've closed off that compartment, and now we want one more compartment over here. So I'm gonna place my clip once again where it should end. And start filling it with more beads. Sometimes these clips or a pin can help keep the beads in their compartment while you're sewing that across. So you might want to even add a second clip to the other side if you've overfilled that compartment. So I have the 2 compartments done on this side, and now I'm gonna move on to the other side and do 2 compartments on this side of the middle. Now that I've filled all 4 of our compartments, I'm going to finish off the ends. If you'd like, you can do a diagonal end, and that looks a lot nicer than what I do, but it takes quite a bit more work. And so I'm just gonna tuck it in and then sew across. So it's gonna be a flat end. So I'll do that for both ends, and then I will be finished.